Welcome to episode number 4 of the OpTic podcast. How did I usually start? It's almost like it's new again. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode number 4 of the OpTic podcast, brought to you by us in OpTic. Your usual host, OpTic Hex, Hector Rodriguez, my co-host, as usual, and as per usual, Money Biscuit.
Money Problems.
And Tom.
And Thomas, the train.
Thomas.
The
The British guy who always just turns up at the OpTic house like, hey, can I stay here for a little bit? And then
the problem with that is that you're welcome. Obviously,
like
you know
the
that.
OpTic pet.
But heads up. You know what I'm saying? You showed up.
Yeah. I get listen, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm drunk. I'm like, you know what's a really good idea? I'm bored of being in LA. I'm gonna fly over to Chicago, not even tell Hector I'm on the way, land at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and say, yo, I'm here, can I crash at the house?
When you said that, I thought that you were like in the United States.
He just opened the door. I was just like, yo. And then I had to look for 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, shit, it's Tom.
Yeah, even Seth didn't
like,
realize.
yo. Huh?
Yeah, I was just sat there in the kitchen. Seth walks and starts talking. He's like talking to everyone else, and he looks around the room and just sees me sat there just eating some biscuits.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, what this guy's doing here? But yeah, you guys guys make me feel welcome. So I just thought, I wanted to swing by, hang out, and just do some cool stuff.
The thing is this: every single time you've shown up, you haven't given me a warning enough to get you a proper room and a setup, or even tell you if there's room, right? Right. So You show up this time, and we are about to have a boot camp. So we're about to have a full house.
I'm about to share a room with 4 other people.
3 other people. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they've been sitting on couches. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that you don't give me a chance to be hospitable. You don't give me a chance to give you the be our guest and be our guest.
I don't
put
need
my
it.
service to the test.
All I need in life is my phone, my passport, my wallet. I can travel anywhere in the world I need to go, and then just went to sleep.
No clothes, bro. He showed up with 0 clothes.
Yeah, that is true.
This is brand new.
That's how I know it's a spontaneous shift.
This is all brand new. This is all fresh. Turn it with a laptop bag, a laptop in it, so I can like do my stuff on the go, and then get a lift to the mall, go and buy 9 pairs of underpants, 9 pairs of socks, 9 t-shirts. Ready to go.
Listen, as long as you
brought my
don't
toothbrush,
just
by the way,
don't leave them
just
behind, bro. Okay, I'm not down with picking up. Like I don't.
Well, that's my thing. I always leave everything I buy here. Like last time, I left a Razer laptop behind.
Yeah, it's right there. I FaceTimed you to be like, Tom, if you're not gonna use it, we're gonna put it to good use.
I said fine.
Well, yeah.
There was a password on it though.
You didn't pick up, and it's a password.
So
on
much
it.
porn on that laptop that
Wouldn't surprise me, and
all different kinds.
and I wouldn't be impressed. I'll tell you that.
So I just turn up, but I appreciate this is one for like the entire OpTic gaming community. Like I absolutely love this community like so damn much. Like I've been an OpTic fan since like way back in the day, like COD XP, like when you guys won that for the first time, I was stoked as all hell. Like I wish I was there in person watching that. I've always like loved this community and seen it grow, seen members leave, members join, and ever since that, you've kind of been there for me, brother. So
yeah.
I appreciate your
Come on,
hospitality, man. And this goes out to the community of it's going a little bit deep now, drama wise, but there's been obviously like a lot of controversy like surrounding me in the past with like CS:GO Low, if you guys aren't aware of it and stuff like that, and I just want to address that. Never ever in any intention meant to upset or like feel like I betrayed any of the community. I can totally understand why people feel that way, and if people want to keep their opinions the way they want to do it, then that's absolutely fine. But I just want to be friends with the people that I love, the people that I know. I want the community to know the Tom that's always been me throughout the 6 years of doing YouTube, and out of any mistake that was ever made, or people feel like I've betrayed them in any sense, I just want people to still know that like I'm still the same old Tom who just is a derpy ass mother trucker, like turn up, just mess around with these guys, have fun, and that's always what I've done in life. Life's too short, make the most of it, and
that's the motto. That's your motto.
And that's my motto.
To that though, and I know like when people ask me about that, and I was on the Richard Lewis show talking about. Well, we were just talking about OpTic and Counter-Strike, but he brought up the fact that Call of Duty people were going into their game and just like starting up businesses, and then it became what it became because of a few bad apples essentially, and we'll talk about it a little bit. But I was like, all right. They started asking me questions about you, about T Martin. Well, actually, it was just about T Martin. It wasn't even about you. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I know these guys personally, known them for years. I carried you out of a hotel room. Last time you were on the podcast, we told a story.
Throwing up all over the table in a fancy hotel in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. What's his name? Wiz Khalifa asked Castro for a
Luckily,
cigarette.
he didn't see the throwing up stage of the night, but
Bro, it was
that's
weird,
good.
the most gangster night ever.
Yeah.
Put him in a cab, and next morning I'm like, yo, you good? It's good. Everything's good. Anyway, there was a lot of things that happened, and from what I can take, and I didn't step too much into it simply because I saw what was happening. I didn't want to add or share an opinion because, biasedly, obviously you're a friend of mine. I'm also not bring up something when you're being put down or anything. But if it ever came down to it, I would speak up like on your behalf if it came to it. But what you guys did essentially, and I always said this, right? And I've said this to Timur, and I've said that to you privately, but you brought it up, so now we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Is that if from the beginning you guys would have said, hey, this is our website. Not only do I think it would have been more successful because your fans are going to support what you do no matter what. But you guys, that was like the only thing you guys did. I mean, from what I've seen, like there's no videos or proof that you guys were doing what the other or the other websites were doing, which was like rigging. What was it? Like
they knew the outcome of the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like to give people a background, if you don't know, CS:GO Law was a website like where you could have your skins and people could play their skins against other people, and you could win more skins basically. But in the entire drama that went down and the way it came out was you guys didn't disclose that you own the website. It was public knowledge. If it should have been shared out in more information, then I can completely understand where people are coming from. I had reached out to the head of YouTube Gaming, and I've got evidence of all this sort of stuff, and I know people want to nitpick at this, but like I've got everything to back up everything I say, and that's why I've stayed quiet about it, to want to deal with it legally rather than on a podcast or anything. This is the first time I've ever talked about it because I'm around people that I know, rather than it just being like an absolute pitchforks thing. It's like a fair playing field. So basically I always said every video was a sponsored video, and basically everyone was like, well, you should have said even more, to that fact. And it's like, okay, I can understand where people are coming from. But then instead of it being the case of, all you did wrong was promote something that you own without saying you owned it clear enough. And it's like, okay, but then people jump to the gun of wait a minute, they owned it, therefore they rigged it. It was like they rigged the site, they knew the outcome, they knew this. But it's just the entire time this was all going down, all I could do was just sit there and all right, well, these guys can say, whatever they want to say, but when it comes to it legally, this is a fact. I spoke to Richard Lewis and I was like, you can have all the documentation, you can have all the files of the website, you can have absolutely everything, and you'll see there was nothing to ever suggest any sort of rigging, any sort of setting up, any sort of scam, nothing. But all we could do is just sit and watch the community rip this apart. Whether it's Trevor said something or anything like that, everything was being used against it. And I was just like, these guys can say whatever they want to say, and I'm just going to go the legal way and just deal with it the way it's supposed to be dealt with. I had 12-year-olds on Instagram. Literally in the bio, it's like 12, it's school they went to, the squad they're in and stuff like that, being like, oh, you did this wrong. And I'm like, listen, I can understand you have your opinion to say, but I'm going to do this the way I feel it should be done properly, and that's deal with it legally. And then once it's done with legally, then full on talk about it. But there's been 4 lawsuits to this point now, and 3 of them have been dropped. And because each one's you guys are accusing these people of stealing, of rigging, of all this sort of stuff, but you have no evidence of it occurring. And I know it sounds kind of bad, oh, but that means there is evidence. It's well, no, there's not. That's you having a knife and me accusing you of murdering someone, and there's no dead body.
That's true.
There was nothing to suggest that I rigged anything or did anything wrong in that to that regard of rigging, scamming, and all this. But people don't want to believe it. Even I'll bring up the video game attorney. When the documentary went on ESPN about the whole incident, I saw someone tweet at me and himself was but he didn't actually rig it, so do you think he rigged it? And he said, as a lawyer, he said, and I'm not trying to cause beef here, as much as it will, it was, what he did was wrong, and I can understand him completely saying what we did was wrong, fine. But there was no evidence to suggest that nothing was rigged or anything like that. But he said, in my eyes, it was still rigged. And I'm like, that's jumping to a conclusion with no evidence, no proof, no nothing. The only other thing was that Trevor was logged into an account, which was actually the website's holding, the website skins rather than a person's skins. But if Trevor tried to defend himself about that, he'd just get ripped apart because Trevor's the nicest guy in the world. The nicest guy in the world. And people think that everything that was done here was just malicious when, we're in the community of people who have literally come out and admitted to rigging things. It doesn't help that someone called PSI Syndicate came forward and was like, we rigged a game, or rigged, it was
PSI Syndicate. What do you
mean? I'm called Pro Syndicate on Twitter. He's called PSI Syndicate, and he basically made a video saying come clean, listen guys, I knew this was going to be a winning outcome for me to win these skins and give these skins away for my audience. Shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry, hold my hands up, sort of thing. The community was like, right, okay. But then people thought that I was this PSI syndicate, so they were like, "Oh man, look, you even admitted to rigging." It's like, that's not us, that's not me whatsoever. So it's kind of like guilty by association with all these people, like even with Phantom Lord. Like, turned out he owned the website, and then he was actually rigging it. You know, like when it came to like his files and stuff like that. So every single person who's been like put on the show, like even Mo, you know, they were saying like they knew the outcome of stuff, and you know, if I'm saying something that's wrong here, I'm misinformed. My apologies, but like this is from what I know of the situation. But people just jumped on this bandwagon of like, these guys have rigged it, so why would these guys have rigged it? Like, this is it. But like legitimate business, it had like lawyers, it had employees, it had absolutely everything that was like, you know, there to be set up. But unfortunately, it, you know, it just turned into this absolute pitchforks out of anything you've ever said in the past is going to be used against you. You know, like any things with FTC got brought up in the past, which people said I've been given like strikes from the FTC, like legality wise, and I'm just like, no, I haven't. Like, no, I have not. Like, this is a fact. Like, contact them all you want. Like, I've never had a strike of the FTC. They've spoke to us about things, but it was not my... Like, the first one was Machinima, like, promoting something with me.
Yeah.
They failed to disclose to me that I needed to disclose something. Yeah. And that was, like, when like, YouTube first began, so that was, like... That was nothing. It was, like, okay. And the next one was creating a video game. Yeah. And the creating the video game was... We were the first people to create a video game and promote it. Yeah. So it's just something new, then something new.
But people are you talking about the Zombie Killer Squad?
Yeah. No, Dead Realm. Like the Dead Realm PC game we came out, like for months on my channel, I'm like, we're working on this game, we're working on this game, we're working on this game. And then the game came out, and I'm obviously going to play it. Like, you can get it now, download it. Yeah. But then, too, it makes sense to anyone else who sees that, if they don't know me and they just see a review of this game, and I'm like, go get it, it's awesome. Yeah. They might be like, well, I don't know he owns the game, but everyone in my community knows I own the game. Yeah. So people wanted to jump to this conclusion, like, see, he's trying to mislead people, which has never been the case. Like, I've done this for 6 years, man. I've done YouTube for 6 years, and never in any circumstance of this job have I ever gone, I am purposely going to try and mislead, like misdirect or anything to my fans. Like, without them, I wouldn't be where I am in life, and like I'll stand by that. And I've massively regret any drama that's ever occurred. You might be like, oh, it's because you got caught out or something. It's like, no, because I've had true fans that I know like turn their back to me, and I'm like, I understand that. But then I've had true fans turn their back and then return because they're like, when I explain them the situation, because I will give them the time to talk about the situation. Like, you know, I speak to you guys, and I like talking about it. Yeah. But it's just, if you say it in like a tweet, then someone's gonna be like, oh, I can start ripping that apart. You know, like, I'd rather talk about it face to face and discuss it with someone. You know?
Yeah, I have this one rule where, if you know you're right, there's no need for you to defend yourself, right? Like, obviously, if you're taking it in the chin for so long, at some point you have to do that. But if you're in the right, like, you never defend yourself. Like, you'll never see me, you know, do a, you know, I don't know, just and like if it's something, if I was being accused of something and it's not true, I'm not gonna, you know, I'll get a handle behind closed doors, and there's no need to bring that sort of negativity to it. Because I was watching this one movie. It was about a priest and what was it called? Anyway, it was about a priest molesting kids, and the first. I'm getting somewhere. So it's like that. It's like when we were doing the speech. Yes. Anyway, I'm going somewhere. It was the priest. It was about the journalist that brought it to the attention and then put it out there that the church was, you know, that the church knowingly allowed priests to stay in the thing. Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong. Anyway, it was about a molester, and the priest that was molesting kids, allegedly, made a speech about rumors. And he said, imagine having a pillow full of feathers, okay? And the more that you spread this rumor, is you're just letting go of those feathers and feathers. But by the time you're done, all of the feathers have escaped the pillowcase, and they're just floating about anyway, right? As much as you try to correct yourself, and as much as you try to fix and bring all the feathers back, essentially that being your words and the rumor that you're spreading, you're never going to get all of them back, right? You're never going to get every single one of the rumors, because what happens if what happens if this one kid that just happened to come across a video and saw, you know, oh, this guy did this, and then he never goes on the internet again, and then years later he finds out, I was like, the last thing he remembers is that's why he wasn't there for the follow up in the clearing of the name, etc. So when all this shit started happening about you, I'm not going to reach out to him, I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to wait for this to, you know, to pan out. You know, I'm not going to judge anything. I mean, maybe he did, right? Like, what if he did? You know, what if he did? Obviously, I didn't think that he would, but I'm like, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait to see where this goes. And never, it never came out that you were scamming, or there was proof that you guys knew outcomes to roles or whatever. So I didn't have an opinion on it. I couldn't have an opinion on it because I wasn't informed enough to be like, blah, blah. So when I went on the Richard Lewis show and then he brought that up, I'm like, I don't know. You know, all I know is that, when you start out on YouTube, and not only when you start on YouTube, but when you start out at the beginning of the gaming scene on YouTube, you're trained to think of business a different way, right? You're trained to think about everything a completely separate way than you usually would, because you're exposed to this sort of entrepreneurship that says, you know what, I have this money now, and I have income enough or disposable income that I can reinvest into something else. So you're not just content with the money that you're making, or not that you're not content, but you're just like not okay with just doing that for the rest of your life. You want to do more, right? So you start doing more and more and more. I mean, I did it. Obviously we have OpTic, and then I started to do it with bashers and clothing lines, and I've done it before, right? So you just don't let it sit there. You're trying to make the most of it, and at some point or another, it becomes more about the game of making money than making money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like in a movie Suits, or it's been said a whole bunch of times, like money, it's not about the money. Money is only a way of keeping score of how good something is.
I like making something successful. Like for me, when people look at this, like a lot of people in the community, like when you read things from a standpoint, you're like, oh my God, everyone's just saying it's because of this, or you did this because of this. The only reason I've ever done any business in my life is because I've always believed in the entrepreneurship of owning everything, every step of the way. Like, I own a clothing line. I own the company that, like, you know, I intend to own the machines that print. I want to own every step of the way, because every other person is taking, like, a cut of that revenue or something. So I've always been, like, entrepreneur as hell like that. So it's like the clothing line. I don't want to have someone else getting my clothing and printing it and shipping it and all that sort of stuff. I want to do that myself. That's why I started a family business of them doing it. Yeah. You know, I don't want to pay someone to create a video game for me. I want to own a gaming company, which is always what I want to do, which is like 3BD, and that's why we made Dead Realm. You know, like I want to do everything. Like, it makes just sense to do it yourself. You know, if you do it yourself, you can stay in control of everything. You can know what's going on, and that's something I've always like prided myself on. Like 3BD is the gaming company that's like created Dead Realm, and it's like, there's Dead Realm. We created that. Boom. Now onto the next project, and it's like you own every step of the way. And even with, like, you know, with the whole CS:GO stuff, it was like I had companies reaching out to me being like, we'll give you $100,000 a month.
Oh yeah, I know. It's probably
you know what I mean? It was like we'll give you $100,000 a month. This is I was playing on these sites or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I see what it is, but like I didn't really know if there was an interest to it until I saw like nearly every pro was playing on these sites, streaming it, making videos, and like killing it. Like, I love like watching like Anomaly and stuff like that. And even Phantom was like, this is amazing. And I was like, if these guys are, you know, making enough money to give me $100,000 a month, sort of thing.
How much money?
In a business mind in me goes, well, isn't it the smart thing to own the business? Yeah. Now, some might be like, oh, well, you know, screw you. You shouldn't be doing that sort of thing. But it's like with anything. If this was someone promoting this cup or something like that, you know, and we're like, we'll give you $100,000 a month to promote this cup, and I'm like, well, how much
money are you making that you can afford to, you know, spend all this on advertising?
A good example is like, do you remember the Minecraft server boom?
Yeah.
The Minecraft server boom, I think, is the exact same as, well, not exact same, but like nearly, like at first there was only a few servers and everyone was like, these guys are making how much off their servers? Yeah. This is crazy. And then all of a sudden, you're like, every YouTuber started getting their own server, own server.
We had our server.
Yeah, it was like, even people who didn't do Minecraft, you know, they're like, why are they making a server? Because they knew it was a business to open up into. You know, like, it's something new they could step into. And then it just absolutely blew up. And even with the CS:GO stuff, it's like, there was the websites, then more got made, and then there was even more constantly getting made, and they're still getting made. And it's just people see an opportunity and they're like, you know, we're going to get in on this sort of opportunity. And, you know, I think it's a certain type of people who are in that entrepreneur-driven like set to do things.
Yeah, I mean, when we started our server, like it would have been. That's the other thing, right? Like if servers were still as popular as they were back then, think about the many opportunities that people that were doing like the scam thing. Think about like that. If somebody was to say, you know what, people pay for like capes, and people pay for helmets, and people pay for ores. Like what's stopping them from just saying, let's build a casino inside of our server, and then you do the same thing over and over, right? Like it's an evolving thing. The second that there's an opportunity to make money, somebody's always going to be trying to outdo somebody else and trying to evolve the thought to the point to where you can no longer like squeeze the lemon. I guess, you know what I'm saying?
It's like on to the next craft, whatever is popular next.
Well, I think the latest trend is YouTube throwing syringes at kids' butts. And also, I don't know if you've seen, it's some, just, you have to Google it, it's some weird stuff. But then also, like, the
throwing syringes, explain it.
I don't know what it is, like, and this is gonna, like, some people are gonna be like, what the heck? I'm a huge fan of H3H3. Even though
Yeah.
like the drama like got blown up from like that video, like I've always watched his content, always do, always will. And this is
Ethan's.
not not like in his ass whatsoever. I like the guy's content, and like he always shows like the weirdest crap on the internet sort of thing. I'm like, what the hell is this? And there's this video of like a baby, and some guy sticks a like dartboard to it, almost like paper dartboard, and starts throwing syringes at a toy baby's ass. Like, trying to aim for the asshole. It's like, what the hell? And this is in, like, the kids category on YouTube.
No,
which then
really?
led to, like, the other stuff, which is where they dress up as, like, Spider-Man and Elsa and stuff like that.
It's funny
And
because,
just
like, you would see that and be like, what the
Because, like,
fuck?
it
And then it
really
gives you
is.
more ideas. Like, you know what I mean? You could just grow from it. Literally grow from, like,
Yeah.
the craziest
So
idea.
it's just like, there's always, like, an
But okay, I don't get it. What do you mean? They were throwing syringes at a fake baby?
I feel like Hitch, you need to put a photo of just, like, a boom of what I'm talking about, but this guy in the video puts a toy baby down, and then all you can hear in the background is this guy like giggling
like
and stuff, and then he's got syringes, actual syringes, and he's sticking them in the toy baby's bottom like this, and then he's throwing them like a dartboard at the baby.
That's the new trend. So there's a million
There's
people doing it.
weird trend, and this is in YouTube Kids app.
No, what I'm saying is like, are more people doing that? Because look, with the 1,000-degree knife.
Oh my
like,
God,
if you
yeah.
said that would have been a trend, I would have been like, yeah, that's a trend. I mean, I did it, right?
But the trend was
so you're
actually
saying-
leading me to them being dressed as like Spider-Man has affair with Elsa. Turns out it wasn't. It was Hulk's instead. Like reality
Yeah.
Marvel edition for kids, and it's like weird as hell. But like the same people who make them videos have
Yeah.
been like making these baby syringe videos.
what the fuck?
I am so
I feel
lost.
like you should get a drink and sit
Yeah,
down
I
and watch
gotta
like
watch it.
binge session of just all the weirdest
I
crap.
think it would confuse me more than I'm lost as to how do we even like what is the point? You know, at what point do you like?
Well, it's one of them. I
Holy
think
shit.
a kid, these kid apps like these kids will sit here and you know what I want to be? I want to be an unboxing channel.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
my
I have a
gosh.
daughter. Engineering family is like the thing that she
But
watches.
I want to do tech, but like, oh my gosh, if I could open Kinder eggs for the rest of my life,
You know what I'm saying?
Does that
Sign her
bring
to
you
a
joy?
CPN and shit. Take 10%.
No, well. The thing is this, right? There is. I mean, the story of the porn star, right? I don't know her name.
that one, the
porn
main
star.
unboxing
Yeah,
girl.
the main unboxing girl.
I don't know her because of the porn star name. Just for the record,
Yeah.
I know
No,
her
I
because
mean, it was in
she's
the
like,
news.
Wait, is
a
it like
rich
the
YouTuber.
well? I mean, is she like the #1 channel? Is that girl?
I don't know if she's the #1 channel, but
Oh, okay.
I know that. I know that she was a porn star, but she was making like $4 million a year unboxing toys, and all you see was her hand. So the parents, this big outrage from the parents saying, "I'm not gonna let my kids watch a porn star." But you had been letting your kids watch a porn star you just didn't know.
You just didn't know.
Yeah,
she
you
was
just didn't know.
she was honest with the world and said, "I used to be in porn," right? But her thing is still unboxing. All you see is her hands. You don't see her face. There would have been zero way to find out that she was a porn star if she didn't say it
Say
or
it.
Unless one of the dads who was watching their kid,
recognize
like
her hands.
watching the
Yes.
kid, like wait a minute, I recognize that as hands.
That vein
Yeah,
looks
what the
familiar.
hell's going on over there?
I have a very distinctive nail. It's got like a little piece of shit coming out of it. You see it?
Yeah.
So I have a line through my nail. I don't know what it is. I've always had it. What I think. Have you ever shitted in at the airport?
I'm sorry. Every time
Nah,
he
you know
says,
what that's
every
from?
time he says
From
something, I
biting
look
your
at you
nail.
like,
Huh?
That's from biting your nail.
No, it's not. I don't bite my nails.
100%.
I don't bite
What
my
I'm
nails.
saying is you bit it before.
I've never in my life. Not even when I was a little kid. I'm not a little kid.
I'm saying, but you've bit your nails
I
before.
bite my
No,
nails.
I have
Just saying.
not. Listen, anyway, so have you taken a shit at the
Yeah,
airport?
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know the toilets that have
Shit
the
everywhere.
plastic on it, you wave it and then the plastic
Yeah.
like
I
moves
filmed
around.
that on my way out here in Chicago Airport.
That's my
Did you?
favorite.
Yeah,
you
okay.
feel so
Just have
comfortable.
to-
Okay, well, there was a prank channel somewhere. I don't even know if it was on YouTube, but somebody took a shit on the actual plastic, and as the plastic was like turning around, you would see like a smear of just shit around the thing as it made its way around, right? So I'm thinking, I'm like, I have like a mole,
a shit smeared
just
thumbnail.
a mole, just
Yeah,
a regular
yeah.
mole, and as my nail grows, it's just like streaking, like like mole shit.
He's comparing the toenail. That what?
It's possible.
Where was the mole underneath the nail?
I don't know. That's my theory, Tom. I'm not a scientist.
No, it's from biting. It was
I don't bite my nails, Bose.
It was about to
Bose,
shoot
you're
up.
the only person I know that bites his nails.
This is
But
the
look,
this
look,
is the most interesting
look,
podcast because it's
have
gone
you-
from
have you-
syringes to
Yeah.
poo
But
nails.
have you ever bitten your nails?
Oh, I bite them all the time.
Yeah, but do you eat them?
Why would you do that?
Bose cooks them. And
Ugh,
shit.
no, you don't. You put them in the mouth and swallow it.
Look at
You
his
don't
finger.
know. I don't eat the nail. Like I spit it out.
So why
I
are
mean,
you
sometimes if it's like
Look
a
at
nice
his.
one,
Show me your nails.
Wait, if it's a nice one, you'll eat it?
No, I don't eat it. I just bite on it.
Wait. Oh, wait. I think I know what you're saying. Like, if you bite into it and you're like, that's a big ass nail, and you're like, ah, you just got. I get that. Yeah, I know that.
No, come on, don't,
The
don't.
entire time we're just being judged.
Do not encourage.
Yeah, these guys are over here like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna.
I love
No,
that.
bro. I just don't
That's
understand.
so
I don't get why
soothing.
people
I
judge you for
get-
biting your nails. It's smart.
No. I listen.
Self-proof.
Listen. I'm okay with you biting the tip of your nails, as you know, to cut them down, shave them down.
Yeah.
He bites the whole thing. The
me
top
see.
part.
Sometimes I like bite the middle of it, but
Yo,
Those,
I'm no offense.
He has
there's
no
some
nails.
Janky ass nails.
He has no nails. Those aren't nails.
Why
That's
are
his
you
skin.
bringing-
That's his skin.
I don't
Why'd
know.
you
I
bite him
just
so
like
down?
I don't. It's just a habit, bro. Once my mind starts going,
Do you know what?
no
Right,
telling.
if we go in there with what's weird of like biting your nails, as a kid, I used to like bite the skin on the top of the nail.
Oh, see, I never did that. I never like.
why.
bit
It was
the
just like,
skin,
yeah, like when you bite your nail sort of thing, you know, you like almost bite the edge of your thing. Like as a kid, I just used to bite like the
As
edge
a
of it.
kid, I never put my hand in my mouth because I knew that I had been playing in the dirt and shit, and I was gonna put it in my
I
mouth.
wash my hands.
No, you don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
You don't
it's
wash your.
terrible.
I know, but you don't wash your hand. You don't wash your hands and then say. You don't go like this. Oh shit! I gotta go wash my hands and then come back and then start fucking chewing your nails. You don't do that. Nobody does that.
Okay, that is a topic I'm very strong on. Washing your hands if you go after you go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Even if you use the urinal and you're like, I didn't touch it. I don't give a crap. You
gotta
touched
use
the door
it.
handle.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You touched it, like, everything in
Yeah.
the way in there. I'm not like a germaphobe, like whatever.
Same.
Fine, I'll go
I
eat
am.
food or whatever.
I am.
But like, I think that is the most disgusting
Yeah.
thing
Fuck.
ever. If you agree in the comments, I want to see. some-
Anytime I'm at
some
the
yates.
strictly. I mean, I don't really use the public bathroom like anywhere else besides the airport. I would only say, but at the airport for sure, you gotta wash your hands. It makes me
last
nauseous.
resort, bro.
Are you one of those people who won't like shit?
Yeah,
anywhere
I am.
Apart from your own home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
I don't
It
shit here.
sucks,
I don't
dude.
shit here.
Yeah, it's bad. I just
You don't shit in this house.
I don't shit in this
Because
house.
Seth destroys that toilet down there. Seth lives 3 floors up, and he's got a bathroom.
Yeah,
in
his
his
own bathroom.
room. Yeah, he comes down here to shit in the toilet.
you know that?
nearest
I found-
to me.
I found this out
He comes
today.
down here to crop dust it.
I found this out today. That
Why?
Seth comes down here to shit.
So does
Nick,
so does
Nick,
Mitch.
Nick, his
sits on
and
that thing
Seth
for
all
hours.
shit in there.
My bathroom.
No, it's you've got one right across from your room.
That one doesn't work.
Yes, it works.
This is my bathroom.
This is my bathroom. There are many like
That's
it, but this one is
everyone's
mine.
bathroom.
The house community
Yeah,
bathroom.
I'm a very avid pooer of wherever.
We've been here for what, like a year and a half,
Yeah.
year and 6 months. I've shat here 3 times, maybe, and it was like I gotta go. I'm not gonna make
I've
it
already
home.
beaten your high score of poops
Yeah,
in this
no,
house.
sure, I believe
I've definitely taken over 1,000, some change.
here.
Hell yeah.
Think about it.
Dude,
We-
I'm like 5 a day, maybe more.
What the fuck, bro?
I eat and I gotta go to the
What-
bathroom.
what is in
I'm
your
on
diet?
3 already.
What's in your diet? 5
Fiber.
shits a day. Money B, 5 shits a day.
It just comes out fast, bro. I don't know what else.
I don't know. Maybe 3 tops. 1 in the morning when I wake up, I go downstairs, come back up, take another one, take a shower, go, and maybe at night. So
Morning
You
automatically.
guys take 3 shits a day.
sometimes.
Automatically in the morning.
I definitely
Do
like
you eat a lot of bananas or something? Like fiber in your diet?
beans.
Beans,
Beans,
That'll do it to you.
Beans, the magical fruit.
I told someone I didn't poo for like a week once and they freaked the fuck out.
How, you didn't what?
A
I didn't
week,
poo for a
bro.
week.
Like,
You
that's
didn't-
not
wait,
normal.
Then
Stop,
someone was
stop,
like,
stop,
how
stop.
often do you poo? Even a woman in
Wait,
the room
you
was like,
didn't-
I poo more often
You
than you.
didn't.
I was like,
Bullshit. You didn't pee
Well, maybe
for
it was
1
'cause-
week.
poo.
Oh, poo. For 1 week.
What the hell is this
Ooh.
podcast?
It's the poop pup.
Bro.
Poop.
The
Poop for
OpTic
a
poopcast.
1 week, I would go insane.
Well,
I'd
no,
be on
it might have been
I'd be
something
on
I
the
was
toilet
eating.
just like, please.
I went
I
out.
think it was energy drinks that I was drinking a lot, so I think it just made me feel like I wasn't hungry. So then I was just like snacking on little crappy foods, but like wasn't
What?
enough to.
My
That's rough.
I know. I hope my sister doesn't listen to the podcast. But my brother and I were making fun of her because she got constipated, and I've never been constipated. Maybe I've been constipated once.
That shit
You know
hurts.
what? I don't remember.
yeah,
ever
neither
being
do I.
constipated.
Neither do I.
I just said once,
Is that
just
the-
so I
is
wouldn't
that
be a
the-
liar if I have. Well, you can't shit. Okay, but that happens a lot to women, and my sister being one of them. She's like, and me and my brother are like, you're like, what kind of dumb person do you have to be to not be able to fucking shit? Like, you gotta be like almost, out there, like really, really unintelligent to not be able to let something that's natural come. Everything shits in this world. You put something in, something comes out. How
Yeah, but
dumb
stuff can
are
block
you?
it though.
What? Like a fucking toy and shit?
Nothing.
Little cow pops out.
No,
He's
I
a
never.
jackass.
I only say maybe once because I don't remember and I don't want to be a liar.
Yeah.
but I don't remember ever.
That's the reason why I have to like get my own room now. Hotels, I can't shit with someone else in the room.
I don't understand.
It's just like
just do the
snowing.
silent thing, because what you're scared about is the plop. Of when it
No,
drops and hits
see-
the water and makes the noise. All you gotta do, scoop tissue, hits the tissue.
What
Yeah.
the?
Ninja,
Well, no, it
it's
is.
called ninja pooping.
Yeah, well,
They don't hear the splash.
No, it doesn't splash. So there was this. I saw the video. And
revolution is
why is
like-
this
Yeah,
the
you
poop
did.
podcast? Like, God
But
damn it!
still.
Anyway, bro, there was this one. I saw this video. It's like if you ever in public and you don't want the water to splash back into your ass, lay a layer of toilet paper and then it blocks it. You just don't do that. But that reminds me what you said about taking shits in other people.
In other people.
No, with other people in the room. Like when like years ago, Hasser and I always used to share rooms, and he taught me this trick where he's like, I mean, my shits don't smell. I asked Judith. I asked Nick to text
Shit's
her.
on the side of the bowl.
No, what?
That
No,
takes
that's
some
the
skill.
streaks, bro. It's like this ain't Call of Duty. You don't need to kill streaks and shit. But anyway, he would. What? I'd be like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you taking so many showers? Right?
Oh, we put the water on, right?
He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you every time you go to the bathroom, he's like, oh no, I'm doing this so it doesn't stink. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, if you turn on the shower at hot, like the most hot, the steam would just like
Grab the poo. particles?
neutralize the poop particles.
So you know what I did? I just
Yo,
turned
the-
on the sink and then I just take.
Nah, dude, it's all about coughing.
Oh no, because that's
You
how.
walk. You gotta play it smart. You cough, go in. Yeah, you gotta cough, going into the bathroom. So you like, going in, so you're prepared. You're
Yeah.
pre-coughed, and then when you get in, and you know it's got.
You know what I don't get either? Like, you know one thing I don't do? When I sit down and take a shit, I never fart. I never sit down and like fart. It's always
you
always
go
just
to a convention center and you go in like just use the toilet sort of thing, and all you hear is just
Oh.
destruction and mayhem. And you're like, oh my god, like, what are you doing
Bro,
to
let-
shit like that? It's disgusting.
let nature take it. Sit down and it'll come up by itself. Why are you pressuring it? That's how
Got
you
a hung
get.
dinger.
Like that's how you get. Like
I had a lot of close
What's
calls.
it called?
A whole bunch.
The dingleberry.
hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. What's a dingleberry?
Dingleberries.
Is that the shit in the hair?
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Dingle-
a
dingle-
dingleberry. This is the greatest podcast. Leave a
All
like
right,
rating.
we've utilized enough. That's like 15 minutes of shit talk, man. You know what's
Literally.
crazy though, and this brings me to every single time I've had a podcast with an English person on it, and a person from England, we end up talking. The Deserto podcast, the whole time it was about shit. The entire podcast was about shit. How crazy
Something
is
with
that?
you guys.
I'm gonna start a war just between
the-
English and Americans.
The
We have good teeth,
the
though.
Brits, the Brits bring out the shit talk in me for some reason. There was a lot of questions. I tweeted out earlier that you were going to be a part of the podcast, and there was a lot of people that did that that ask.
Like a quick fire round.
Like the first one is like, will Syndicate ever make an OpTic Syndicate shirt?
Oh, I don't know. You're gonna sell a jersey with Syndicate on the back of it? I'll give you permission.
That's his answer, guys.
There you go. Yes. I don't mess around.
I don't know. Anyway, I'll ask a couple. We usually do this segment at the end of that, but
Yeah.
I literally needed to segue away from poo talk.
anything away
I
from
just
poo.
have anything at this point that would have done good.
Can we talk about how good my setup is in there real quick?
Let's.
Have you
It's
seen,
not.
Have you seen, I think it's amazing.
Well, you did what you could with what you had.
I-
You're like a
I-
survivalist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like landed in a desert island and I'm like, right, I gotta find what I need.
Survival island.
I got my
Sweet.
laptop that I brought with me. I found a desk. I found a microphone. I stole the goddamn keyboard from on the main computer.
Yeah.
And then was like, sweet. And I've got like an entire setup in there.
But there's like brand new keyboards in the closet.
There
All you have
is.
to do
My
that.
Z doesn't work.
Yeah, well,
I've been copy and pasting. It's just struggle.
wait, whose keyboards are they though? What company?
They're brand new.
I have
What company?
Turtle Beach.
Razer, man, can't use them.
It's
Sorry, dude.
understandable.
Gotta represent.
That's fine.
Need
I
that
use
chroma. Need that chroma.
I use a Razer
Need that
keyboard and a
Turtle Beach.
Razer mouse.
Yeah, I can't really talk smack on a Turtle Beach sponsored.
I mean,
podcast,
it's not sponsored, but
Turtle Beach was actually the first headset I ever had.
same
Ever.
X1s and X2s.
Same.
Yeah. and
Wireless.
What
Wireless.
were the expensive white ones? Like the.
Oh,
X2s.
No, they were called something else. It was like different ones. Yeah, it's when
The
'cause they had,
PX
like, three- it was, like,
PX24s.
Tw-
PX24s with the MLG logo on them.
I wasn't that pro, but like I was so
They
devastated.
look like Steel Series almost. Not really, just the earphones were a little bit puffed up like that.
Yeah. So like I had this. This was like I saved up for ages for these headphones. Absolutely ages. Like for my birthday, I asked for money. For Christmas, I asked for money. And then like just straight after Christmas, I went and bought these headphones. I was so stoked. And you know, back in the day when you were playing COD 4, not everyone wore a headset. So if you were one person to wear a headset, you used to get insulted and be told like you're just a Turtle Beach, whatever.
Yeah, you're sound horn.
Yeah, your sound horn. It's like and now everyone uses it. Like you have to use it to have that advantage.
Now they make fun of you when you don't have a good headset.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I decided to invest in these headphones and I got them and I had them for about a week and I was like destroying it on COD and I had my Xbox 360 there and I put them round it.
Yeah.
And I just like stretch them over, put it on it like this.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden my friend kicked my Xbox and he fell and snapped the earphone off. And I'd saved up for like 6 months for these headphones, like back in the day. And yeah, I was just destroyed.
You know what's...
I actually did the tape of shame. And it's like, can you hear me? Yeah, it's coming down the left now. I think maybe, possibly. Yeah, I'm good. So that was my first
I have a custom made Turtle Beach Elites. They're like OpTic green and all that shit. And I mistreated them one time because something was happening in the kitchen. Like I heard Jude scream and Liv scream and something happened with the dogs. So I like took off my headset quick. The cord got tangled somewhere where I snapped them at the top. They still work and they're still like that, but I'm not trading them.
Dude, my first Astros broke because my mom came in to give me food, but like she doesn't understand like the wiring, how important it is and stuff. Yeah. Just comes in, bro. Headset gets right off my ear. Literally hits the ground. Earphone snaps off. She knew what time it was. Yeah, hand that card over.
Oh man, I broke easily 4 Razer headphones, only because of the mistake. Like wireless is great, but I forget to charge anything. That's why, like Big T has a Tesla, I'd forget to charge it. I'd be broken down all the time.
Yeah, bro, I'm bad at that too.
Like when you got your chair, like your DX Racer or whatever, and the cable gets attached to the side, and then you push away or slide, and then it just goes, whoosh, just snaps the headset. Can't be doing that.
You cannot. You got to take care of yourself. I guess it's a lot easier, and this just has always amused me, and now that I experienced it firsthand, it's kind of still annoying, right? The more and you see this like across celebrities, and people always talk about it, it's not fair that rich mother person is getting free shit. Right, because they can afford it. Think about clothes and think about athletes, right? Like when you're coming up, it's like, man, I wish I could get those pair of Jordans. I wish I could get like that just one pair of Jordans. But the second that you become, the second you become a sponsored athlete, you're already a millionaire. Right? Your signing bonus is minimum $4 million. So you can definitely go out and not only just buy that one, but buy the entire collection. But at that point, they're giving them to you for free.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I get it, and I suffer from that because I get free headsets. I've gotten free headsets, and I don't take as much care as I would back then. But then saying that, I'm calling myself a liar in my head.
You know what's crazy is I was just thinking about that. I always think that's something I actually think about a lot, is how like back in the day I always used to take good care of all my stuff, like turn off my computer, turn off my Xbox, turn everything off, make sure it's good. Now I'm just like my computer's still on. It's just like you get worse with it. Yeah, as like time goes on, like my controller, or a headset, like I know I'm gonna, if it breaks, I know I have to get a new one.
Yeah.
So it's like,
bro, but there's
you can go to the cupboard and grab a new
one. You know what I mean? It's more of like, you don't want to treat it terribly, but it's like,
I
don't know. It's just in the motion. It's just like,
there's a picture of Embos at a competition. It's like he's sitting across from Scumpy. Scumpy was on Quantic at the time, and Embos is sitting there like, the only player on his team without headsets. Aww. And I'm like,
hey, rough times, man.
How do you show up? Why don't you borrow some? Like I was.
I don't know. I would have lent you a headset.
I was not asking him for a headset.
Why?
I especially wasn't talking during that time.
Did you win?
Nah, we got beat by Skunk.
It was Scumpy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo, that's crazy though.
You know what's funny as hell? I don't got my phone, but bro, you want to see my first like headset promotion picture I did? You'll be crying, bro. Yes. No haircut. I'm like 12. I'm like,
yeah, just sitting there.
No, it's like with a shitty ass iPhone, like Android pic. I'm like,
yeah, but I guess like everybody saw that picture and he's like, damn, Bose, you came a long way, right?
Yeah.
Like you were looking rough back then. No haircut. You wasn't taking care of yourself. You weren't clean.
You gotta appreciate the build up though, from from nothing
the glow up
to summit. Yeah, man, that's
the
awesome.
glow up. Yeah, and no headset. I'm like, my man's came a long way, man. He came a long way.
Now he's known as Money B, hanging out with rappers.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever told this story in the podcast. How I got chased by a coyote when I went to Chief Keef's house.
Excuse me?
What?
You never heard that story?
No. What do you mean?
Things that like size?
Dude, yeah, it was crazy.
You went Chief Keef's house in
I was
Evanston,
in LA.
LA, okay.
LA, and it was like I forget where were we at the time? Oh, it was at Nades when he lived in what was it?
Santa Monica.
Culver City.
Yeah.
So it was like 25 minutes from there. It was real close, 20 minutes. So I go there, he sends me his address, whatever. So I go in an Uber. It's like up these hills. So like, I told the Uber like, could you wait right here just to make sure
what
it's
time
the
of the day?
house?
What time of the day?
11, 12
PM
and it was
or
up
AM?
these hills, like Uber
AM
like,
or PM?
AM.
Wait, which
So-
one?
so
AM.
Okay,
So it was like night. Yeah, night, morning, whatever.
No, stop.
That's midnight.
stop,
You
stop.
shouldn't say midnight. Midnight.
Yeah,
I get it.
midnight.
Okay.
You guys
So
losing
It's like,
each other.
what the fuck are we talking?
we're going up these crazy hills, bro.
You
and
sure
it's-
you weren't being chased by a dog?
Yeah, so it's nighttime.
No.
It's like Chupacabra, bro.
It was fucking coyote, yeah. So I'm at the top of the hill and the Uber driver I get out of the Uber driver, I'm like, yeah, this is for sure his crib. It's like fucking massive. Like there's gotta be his crib. So I tell him, all right, I FaceTime him. He's like, what the fuck? That's the wrong crib, bro. I messed up the numbers. But it was like 4 or 5 houses down the hill with a bend. I'm like, it's summertime. I'm starting to get hot and shit. I'm like, all right.
At night?
Yeah. I'm like, all right, let me just walk down the
Bro,
hill.
you can't be walking. You should have called it. You should have been like, dude.
Well,
You should have called before you got out.
I know. It was
Somebody
just-
could have
Don't make
shot
that
you.
mistake.
Like,
no, not in LA.
Los Angeles, it's
In the
not
hill.
in the hills.
Yeah.
If I'm rich and I'm living in the hills,
People wouldn't
And you
wouldn't
turn
talk
up
to me.
outside,
I asked
you
them.
getting home.
I asked them like, do you know where this house is? They wouldn't respond to me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. So
I
I'm
wouldn't
walking
respond to
down.
you either,
I
thug.
FaceTime him, and he's like, yeah, that's the house. As soon as I start walking, bro, a coyote just comes out of nowhere, and I get scared, bro. I like froze with it. I'm like, oh shit. It starts like walking towards me slow, and I start backing up the hill. I'm like, fuck, I gotta run up the hill now. It starts going faster. I'm going back. I just start running, no looking behind. I turn around, it starts walking backwards, but now it's in front of the house to like where I gotta go that way. So
Yeah.
I'm just sitting, wait for it to walk away, like 15 minutes, bro. So I just called the Uber in the meantime, just waiting for the Uber to come up. Like I'm not walking there while there's a coyote there. When the Uber went to the all the way to the gas station, Uber came up, drank. Got a Gatorade, fuck.
Got some
that was-
napkins straight up.
Phew. Came back up. I told the Uber driver, you gotta run out the window, bro. I was just running. Came back up, it was gone. I was good.
Why don't you
It
try
was-
scaring it off?
Why don't you
Fuck
try
that.
running after it? Yeah,
No,
Yeah, it
I'm
would've
not
been
making a
Wellington
scene
area.
over there.
bro.
Bro, I was literally by myself.
And you've heard the coyotes from here. And
No,
how they get down.
Yeah, and I know what time
You-
it is.
I've-
They start running. This
I've had
one
some
was there. We were
sketchy
looking at
things
each other
like
like.
that. I was on a walkway going up a hill because I was just like, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, screw it, I'm gonna walk up there just to see the entire city. So I go walking up there, and I'm like, oh, I can either go up this step, like these steps, like the quick way, or I can take this like really cool like wooden platform thing. I'm like, I'll do this, and I'm walking along, and hey, like, so I can't see nothing. There's no lights. There's nothing. I've got my torch out on my phone. I'm like trying to vlog, and I hear like. Scratch it. I'm like, oh, what is this? And because I've got my light on my torch, like you see a cat and it's like, oh, you see its eyes. I was like, I went round the corner and it was literally like a 90 degree. Went round and something sat there staring at me. I'm like, oh my god, what is that? Possum. So I knew what it was. Straight away. I was like, oh my god, it's possum. It was pretty big. I was like, these things don't go for the jugular, do they? Like
No,
they're
no,
not
no.
aggressive. But this thing weren't moving, and I was like, I got him. Yeah, showed him, little bitch. What? Keep on walking, and I lift my torch up because all I can hear is. Like crazy amounts, and I lift my torch up in this tree, and like in a horror movie where there's this little red eyes. There was like 50 eyes.
No.
Balls
Holy
everywhere.
shit.
And I was like, no, I actually ran away. This is like 6 months ago. Ran away because I didn't know what if these. Gang mentality, it's LA. I could have been in a gang fight with some possums. I was like, I'm not a YouTuber dies
Holy
via vermin. I was
shit.
like, I'm not doing this. So I ran away. I was like, what am I doing, man? I've got to get up that hill. Like, I'm bigger, they're probably more intimidating. So I started running, but it was the most disgusting noise listening to all these. Cause it was wooden platforms, just listening to like
Yeah.
50 feet.
Well, the thing is
Scary.
that you don't have a choice against that. If it's a rodent, you have this internal. I know this because I just watched a show on Netflix. It's free. It's called Rats. It's a documentary on rats.
That's very good.
They carry. I'm
Is it
paraphrasing.
based in New York?
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing. No, it's based everywhere, but
Oh, yeah.
mostly New York. They carry roughly like 5 million bacteria on their bodies at all time. So if at any point, right? Because
I'm literally about to gag. I'm not even kidding.
think about the amount, bro. I saw one that had. You know what a botfly is? Mm-hmm. It's the ones that.
Like stick on.
Go into your skin?
Yeah, the one that lay an egg under your skin and then you have it like moving in there. Anyway, one of them had in there, but it was how we're human, so they're little, but to
Yeah.
them it was like this big thing. It looked like a tumor. It was disgusting, bro. It was disgusting.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
saw
but you
Oh,
bro, but anyway, you have this like internal thing where you like instinctively, you are afraid of it because
To avoid it?
Yeah, your human body is saying, yo, don't fuck with these rats. You're about to get some shit.
Yeah, you get bit by that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, immediate. What is it? What's it called when you turn
Tetanus.
jaundice? When you get like bad shit. Anyway, look it up. It's disgusting, but at the same time, it'll make you more weary of fucking with rats. I'm not saying that you would or wouldn't, but
Yeah, like kids go picking like a dead rat up. Or
yeah.
something. It's
So
like,
you
don't
didn't
do
have a
that.
choice. You saw the rodent, and your body or your brain is like, yo, they got shit in their teeth. Don't let them bite.
Yeah,
you.
rabies. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
You
I
know,
was
it's
thinking
crazy.
about.
If
I
you just
don't
go to New
rabies.
York in the subway, you just see them like it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen like when they go around at night and like they kick the bags?
Yeah.
Like if you just kick like a bin or a bag, like 6 rats just whoosh,
Yeah.
and
That's
just
fucking
scurry out of it. It's
disgusting.
Yeah. No.
nasty.
That's what it was.
Isn't there more rats than people in New York?
I believe so. But the thing is like everything about it fucks with you, right? Like, stop eating. We're talking about rats and you're eating your fucking
doing
nails.
it. He's nervous.
I heard it. in my apologies. I heard it in my headset. It's like, anyway, it's not even if they scratch you or bite you that you will get sick. They can. You will never know if you leave this out. That out, and this rat's here. One of them might take in there and take a bath and shit, bubble bath, bring his little duckling, and then the next morning you wake up, you take a drink, you're sick, you're dead. Die. You can die from a bite. You can die from a scratch.
Imagine that, bro. Think about that. A full-grown rat just dips in there, and you take a
chilling
sip
it,
in the
like,
morning.
You're talking about like this disgusting ass things. Shit. Okay, like Tucker, love you, bro. Live with Jericho, loads of other roommates. You know, like you guys like live with each other, and it gets messy. And you know, man, you hate this shit. It's just everywhere. You go in the kitchen. There's food.
Yeah.
There's this. There's it. Clean up after yourself. It's
Yeah.
not a difficult task. But oh my god, one time walked into my kitchen when I was living in Los Angeles with everyone, and I was like, oh, there's a pizza box on the side. I was like, well, let's see if there's any pizza in it because it was not there yesterday. Open up the box, like 50 cockroaches on the kitchen table, just go like this and just vanish. And I was like, there's no goddamn.
I would've
way
gone and
this
You
shit-
just
punched
left
them.
everything behind, huh?
Oh, I just left it on the side, and I'm like,
You moved
that
out that
shit
day.
is
That's
disgusting.
why you
Oh
moved
no! I know the day I knew I was moving out, and that. So then I picked up the box because I thought they'd all gone. Picked up the box, even more, vroom. And I like literally every night, like because they were everywhere. I would get like a tissue and I'd just be crushing them all, like, and it'd be like 20 to 50 like dead on this tissue.
Yeah.
And I was putting spray everywhere. I couldn't get rid of it. And then the people in the house decided they wanted to do this a delivery service where we'll send you the food, you just cook it. It's like cool
Is
system.
that Blue Apron or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So one of the meals they decided to cook was pasta. But when they cooked it all and they said they cleaned down the side, they hadn't. The pasta had like dripped down the side and was hanging off the edge and down the leg of the table. And I went in there and I saw the fattest cockroach. There was like loads of them. Again, they all scurried, but this one fat motherfucker was sat there, just munching on this spaghetti, and he just refused to move. I was like, trying to get rid of it. He was like, oh, you ain't going to get rid of me. It's good. And I was just like, I saw him. I just didn't even kill it. Walked in the other room. Zillow, new apartment, found it, booked it. Within a week, I was like, moved out. That was the turning point for me. Not that
I would have made you move out. I would have made you move out way before. Like, if you scare me more than 50 times as you did Jericho, poor Jericho, I would have kicked you out a long time ago. Poor Jericho, he's just sitting there. All of a sudden, Tom just comes out of nowhere, fucking scares you. You're like, fuck, dude, come on, I'm gonna get a heart attack.
Well, that's the thing. I like doing that on the jumping things. I'm right because just with how people, I'm a very energetic person. I always surround myself like by really positive people, like in a sense like outgoing people, not just like just quiet. And I love being made to feel alive. I love that like sense of, ooh, I watch a horror movie, I'll turn all the lights off and I'm like this watching it.
Yeah.
I want to scare the living shit out of all you guys. I want to put a spider in Seth's room so bad. But there's a line, and everyone in the comments, like, everyone gets so butthurt. I'm like, guys, it's a joke. But they're like, yeah, but it really is upsetting. I get it, but, like, people have too much of an opinionated, like,
No,
view on
it's
it.
not even that. They don't understand.
No, they don't have friends.
Yeah,
some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them
That's
haven't
what I
had a
was gonna
friendship
say.
like that.
They don't understand. It's
The-
like we don't get mad at that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, people paint it out to be like, you're the worst person ever. Why would you go and scare someone? It's like, I don't know how your social life works or something, but, like, if someone scared me, I'd be like, you got me good. You know? Like, but on the internet, you can look like a dick. But I seriously want to go, like, full vengeance mode on scaring all you guys. I can come up with some spooky
I cannot
spooky
control
shit.
how I react. I won't be mad at you.
You can punch me. If I get hurt, then that's fine. I signed up to it by scaring you.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just on the comment section thing. It's just I don't know. And this, you will learn one day if you have a friendship any friendship that you bust each other's balls to like no end. I go into Hutch's comments from Olden of OpTic, and everybody's like, it's like, I fucking hex that bitch. All he does is fucking complain. And then he's like, I can't believe he disrespects you like that, Hutch. I can't believe. I'm like, I've been playing this game. I've been playing this game, the same game with the same guy for over 10 years. Okay, and we've always talked to each other like this. And we're still friends. Like,
I don't get it.
It's like we're friends. That's why
I don't get it, bro. You say one thing and people are like, you think they're serious?
I do that.
If we were serious, what the fuck we put in the video, bro? Let's be real. Like, we're not gonna full-fledged argue on video. Like,
why would we live with each other?
Yeah. That is if there's ever one thing that like really got me away from YouTube, like, and you know, because I've done it for so long, you know, it's getting asked the same question over and over and over and over and over and over goddamn again. It's like, oh my god, it's infuriating. But then it's when people are so opinionated, because I do daily vlogging, you know, I've done that for 16 months now, and people like really think like they can control and tell you how to live your life. But it's like, I'm putting my internet on there. I love the feedback. I love the people who get it. But when people are like trying to control the way you act and the way you are as a person to try and change you from being who you are.
I hate that too.
Like, I don't need that. Like, I would happily like step me away from
like,
YouTube eventually.
I don't know what to think when I see stuff like that. It's just like I always say, this is what I always say, they just were raised different. I don't know what else to say to that. It's just like, I could pick out what's jokes and what's not by watching it.
Yeah.
It's either they were joking or they're not. Not
anyone, not just I'm talking about anyone.
Yeah, literally anybody. I can just watch two friends roast each other and I'll know if they're serious or just joking. Like,
there's always that one friend who takes it too far though.
Nah, yeah, but you know that. You know what I mean? Like, you know that of the group.
Yeah.
Somebody used to do that. Like, somebody would be joking, all of a sudden he go for the neck.
Oh, Proofy.
Oh.
When you start roasting, he'll get pissed.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
That's cute, boy.
We have to get Proofy on the podcast, bro. I want to hear what it was like for him to live at the old house.
Oh my god!
I want to know, like,
we'd be dying laughing, bro.
We have
What's he up to nowadays?
He started his own company.
Is he a model?
Yeah, I mean, he always says he's a model. You know what I'm saying? He's taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? I always told him, I'm like, Proofy, what the fuck? You're the best looking Call of Duty guy out there. Why aren't you making videos? And he was like, I don't know.
Shit's boring, man. It's not for me.
Is this his voice?
Yeah.
Bro, that's one dude I never ever like wanted to leave, man. He always had me cracking up.
Oh,
bro, the funniest guy I've ever met, hands down.
Bro,
I do like that guy. I've not seen him in a minute, like years.
Dude, we were I was sitting next to Formal at some event, and then I see Proofy across the way. I'm like, Matt, what's on Proofy's ass? And because he had a white line. I'm like, oh shit, there's underwear rip? He's like, what? And he's like, no. I'm like, look, I'm like, Proof. And then Proof. And he looks at me. He's like, I'm playing. I'm like, come here. So he comes. He's like, he sits down. I'm like, yo, get up and let me see your ass real quick. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, get up. Let me see your ass. And I'm like, yo, you got some gum stuck in your ass. He's like, yeah, fucking. And then he touches. He's like, I really do got some shit in my bro. He's like, yeah, I got some. I'm like, shit, I really do. He looks around and shit, gets all upright and shit. He's like, motherfucker, man. Bro, the funniest dude. The funniest dude. All right, let me ask you 2 questions and then we'll get off. Unless you have any closing comments. All right. How did you come up with the concept of hunting OpTic as the one that it's more popular to everyone?
I saw you guys streaming, playing on a server together, and I was like, these guys have no idea how to make a sword, a pickaxe, or anything. And I was like, I want to make this an opportunity of me either going in there, teaching them and helping them out, just because I was bored and I had nothing to do. But then when I jumped into it and realized that, oh snap, there's an opportunity for me. If you guys know Herobrine in Minecraft, it's like the mysterious figure. I was like, I can be Herobrine. I can hunt these guys down. I can mess with them. It wasn't even the thing of me trying to kill you. I was going to like dismantle your house and build it back upside down and that sort of stuff. That was my plan. But then, you guys, you're all like, we got to kill this motherfucker. Yeah. He is not stealing our crops and shit. Yeah. And I was just like, all right, bring it on. Like, I will just keep eliminating you guys if you mess with me. And then it just kept going and going and going. Have you played Minecraft?
Nah, not. I mean, I played it a little bit, but not really.
Then I could hunt bows.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
can you imagine Hunting OpTic Season 2?
I watched it a little bit, like how they would like go to their house and shit would be missing from it, like stuff like you would just tease them.
By far my favorite series I think I've ever done on my channel, like easily. Like I've loved like the island series that we've done, really really fun. But that was so intense. Like when Big T and Nade found my base, that was one of the greatest gaming moments ever. And then when I eliminated them both for like one with an ender pearl. It was
Yeah.
just like, this was amazing. And everyone wants a season 2, but it's just like, I've not been posting Minecraft. You know, you're busy, I'm busy, so it's like I'd love to do it, but
It would have been good. Hunting up to season 2 with Embos, Seth,
yeah, I need
Pamaj.
set players.
Dude, Embos, Seth, Pamaj,
Hitch?
Nick, and Hitch.
That'd be. I'm down.
Can you imagine
I'm down.
Nick? Who
Yeah.
the fuck is
We need,
this
like, set
cube?
recording days.
Dude, how do you jump? This game is trash.
How do you
Should
make
actually sound
diamond
really-
swords again?
Yeah, I'd be 100% down for that.
Like, dude, where the fuck are my potions? Fuck.
Why is he running like this? I don't fucking get it.
Lava? You serious?
Nick, for the sake of everything, I'm not gonna try and do your voice. I'm just not gonna.
No, don't joke. I can't even do what I just do. I'll be playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and all of a sudden somebody does something. I'll be like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I go, what?
And then I look over at the chat, and everybody's like, do the voice. And I'm like, oh shit, I could do the voice. It's all right. Anyway, any closing comments, Tom, before we shut down the podcast? We're close to an hour now, and I think that's really cool. Thank you for how long are you gonna be here until?
I'm gonna be here till like the 10th sort of thing, so I'm looking forward to just seeing like what we get up to. Apparently, we're gonna go ice skating maybe. So
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. So yeah, I appreciate being on the podcast. You know, I love the OpTic gaming community. I always have done. I don't want to cause any disruption in the ranks. I don't want to, like people to feel like I shouldn't be like hanging out with these guys or anything like that. I respect all your opinions and everything, but I love these guys. They're my friends, and I just hope like the OpTic, like more than anyone, like been with this community for so long. I just hope like they can like learn to sort of trust me again and give me that kind of chance,
Or at least do the research enough to find out what's what.
Yeah, like I'm glad I could have like a bit of a voice to just say something on this podcast, because again, this is the first time I ever spoke about it. So I appreciate it. I've never meant to like.
Well,
upset
to your
anyone.
credit,
So.
you're the one that brought it up. You didn't. I didn't say, hey, you want to clear your name a little bit. I didn't. I wasn't gonna engage in that. I was just gonna do a regular podcast as we usually do. So
Yeah.
I guess thank you for opening up. Yeah.
Appreciate it, boys.
Much love.
All right, boys.
Much love.
Wait, is Hitch editing this or am I? Hitch, are you editing this or me? Somebody.
I'll do it. And on that note, thanks for watching. My name's been Syndicate,
OpTic.
Money B?
and peace.
Nope. Nope.
And wait, how do you do it?
Nope.
Wait, how do you
Somebody.
do the outro? Is this where you got to play the music?
It's like somebody. Hit him with the music.